It's happened
Oh,
before.
it has. Oh, Zach,
Mhm.
actually speaking of the breath weapon, I did add in the second one from Fizzbon's.
Ah, certainly. Um,
The metallic breath.
yes.
Thank
You
you, thank you.
are.
Mhm.
Here we go. I'll have to manually edit, right? But as long as you know what it does, we'll have it for today, and then I'll add it in manually at the end of the session here.
All good. Just thought I'd throw it in before we start, so it's no
Here,
surprises or anything.
how about
Yeah.
this? Zach, add the metallic weapon. or breath weapon.
Works for me.
There's no missing it. It's bigger than the other abilities.
Uh,
Exactly.
just letting you guys know,
Perfect.
if we're introducing characters, let me be last because I got to do something real quick.
All right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
I will give a little read in, and then we will have your characters be able to introduce themselves on map.
I'm just now
Um,
realizing I don't have the studded leather.
oh, right. I did not give it to you because it will not matter for you. You have it.
Okay, fine.
Mechanically, it doesn't matter. Because
Bet.
you have your free cast mage armor.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Oh, free cast of mage armor. Damn, that must be nice.
Yeah.
I know.
My warlock does have a free cast of detect magic, so you know.
So, there's no recap to give today because today you are going to be entering the domain of demons. You have spent a great deal of time getting here to this point. The point where you are finally going to be able to enter the domain of demons and chase after whichever soul you seek. You met with Delia Seraphina, known as the Phoenix Eternal, very briefly. She told you to meet her at a tavern in the middle of nowhere, some road between Senkayan and Solus. You're here. Now. You see the tavern in the distance. The sun has set, mostly. Who would like to describe their characters first?
I'll go.
Very well. Then, you may join me on the Horn and Dusk Tavern.
And then, walking in is none other than, how do you move camera again? Hold on. Oh, is it the arrow keys?
You can
Nope.
use WASD. Okay. You can also zoom in and out.
There we go. Okay. And then, oh, where's the door? Oh, there's the door. Wait. Yeah, that's the door.
Give us a
I'll
description.
wait out here, actually.
Give us a description of
Yeah.
Scarlet.
Walking up to the door is Scarlet Lot. A 6-foot tiefling. Her skin is not as red as it once was. It's more of a a few years of past Barovia. Her skin tone's lightened a bit, if that makes sense. More of a pink or gray tone now. One of the sides of her hair is cut. Her hair is very long now and very straight and basically down to her hips. She still wears various scars. And she now has a new scar around her arms and wrists and one over her right eye. And she wears plate armor, and under that plate armor is a very glowing belt that she doesn't tell many people how she got.
I don't know if I put on party vision. Can everyone see through Scarlet?
I'm trying to figure out how to open the thing.
If you just hit the little axe button to the left of image, should open up. And then on the top right of what opens up, you can increase or decrease it to fit your screen.
I'm not seeing an X button.
Hmm.
Oh,
Dragon.
Looks like a dragon
oh,
now,
dragon,
I
my
think.
bad.
Yeah, it's still not
It changed.
showing the image for me. It's just showing like the name of it.
Mm.
Here, I'll very briefly screen share with you.
Thank you.
Doo-doo-doo. So you see where it has image Horn and Dust Tavern?
Yeah,
If
it's
you
just
hit this right here, something should open up for you.
yeah, it's not showing me the actual image though.
That's okay.
Mm.
Only one part should be visible, and I might not have turned on team vision. We'll fix that real quick. Token, fog of war, you see, vision, party movement. There it is. There we go. And you should have some vision in the bottom left of the image.
Okay, I got it working.
Lovely.
Mhm.
So feel
there
free
it is.
to enter Scarlet. I'll give you a brief moment to enter and interact with the tavern, and then we'll move on to the next person. A fairly dim entry room. You can hear the bustling sounds. There are a number of people inside the tavern. It's not dozens, but certainly enough.
It feels rude to leave the door open.
You go and close it behind you. Proper. As you enter in, the barkeep comes over to the edge and yells out, "Hey, I'll get you what you need. Let me know if you need a room, rest."
Just a whiskey, please.
That I can manage. That'll just be a silver piece, friend. And they'll pull a bottle and pour you a drink.
How much is that in gold?
Oh, how much is that in gold? My friend, give me a gold and I'll pay your
No,
drinks for
other
the
way,
night.
other way around. Other way around. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, she'll hand him like a couple gold pieces just because she knows that other people are coming.
Chuckles. Quite a tip you're giving me. What kind of business do you have tonight?
Us visiting, just reuniting, I guess you could say.
All right, fair enough. Then have fun. That'll be drinks for the night, certainly.
Thank you. As he sits there and drinks their whiskey, waiting for the others to arrive.
Who would like to go next?
I'll take a stab at it.
Absolutely. Yadrina, you
Now,
approach.
how can I describe Yadrina? She's short for a person, tall for a dwarf, and don't ever tell her otherwise. She has short, dark pink hair, and since her last appearance, she looks a bit leaner, a little bit less strong, a little bit, well, What do you say when your appetite's decreased, but your gut instinct has grown stronger? She hasn't exactly wisened up in the most sage ways, but she has a sixth sense about her. There's a glint in her eye that seeks out danger, but, well, she could be the danger if you'd like. And she enters.
Absolutely. Small
Oh, the
waiting
door isn't
room.
open.
There you go.
Oh, that whole thing about wisdom. Yeah, she walked into a closed door. It happens.
Looks to be a small
Ah.
waiting room. Room for coats and stuff if you want. Otherwise, another door and the sounds of people inside.
She might take a second to breathe in, breathe out. It's been a minute since she's been in a tavern, and let alone to drink at one. But she will proceed with all the elegance and grace of a drunk monk. And she immediately goes to see her buddy Scarlet.
Scarlet is cool not paying attention until Eudrina says something. By
She
the way.
sets a hand on her shoulder, pats it once or twice. Scarlet.
Funny enough, I feel like if you before you say something, Scarlet will like grab your hand because she doesn't know who's grabbing her hand until you say something.
Oh, release your grip, woman!
Sorry.
Oh, you scared me. You could break my hand. Don't do that again, please. But lovely seeing you again, as always.
Yes, would you like a wine?
Oh. You know,
I've
if
already
it's
paid
only
for the
one
night.
glass.
I've already paid for the night.
Oh.
She'll like politely wave the barkeep for a glass of wine.
Yeah, I'll take some wine.
Just for you. Welcome. Hope
Thank
the
you very
reunion
much,
is fun.
sir.
There's
Oh.
plenty of tables if you need them all around the tavern. Or
What was
take
that,
the
Beb?
Of
bar.
course. I will gladly take the bar. Thank you for your company, sir.
Aye. Oh.
Well, we might have to move to a table if the amount of people that we know is coming comes.
You know, I just have a feeling it'll be alright. And she focuses on her drink.
Then we'll hop over to whoever's next. Who would like to go next? I can roll a die if you'd prefer.
I can go
Roll
next.
the die. Okay.
Thank you for volunteering.
I volunteer as tribute.
Welcome, Cyrus. You approach the dusty tavern on a long road through the desert.
Mm-hmm. And, how do we describe Cyrus? He is a 6-foot gold dragonborn. Although, unlike years before, his scales don't have that same shininess that they did as a young dragonborn. Almost as if you could tarnish gold, maybe even bronze, a bit. He's gotten older. He's seen a lot more things. He's wearing plate armor that's gold that actually almost matches his scales, and he is armed. He's got a shield on his arm, weapons on his back, and unlike everything else that's sort of dulled with the ages, his eyes are as intense as ever, like two miniature suns just burning through. So he's just gonna keep walking forward.
Find your way into the tavern. First, the quiet sitting room. There you go.
Yep.
Bonk his head into the tavern.
He just bashes through the door.
Oh no!
No, not kidding.
No more door privileges.
Because you said he just keeps walking forward, so my mind was like, okay, so he runs into the wall.
You see a
No,
number of
he has he has that like Batman glare that the door just opens in intimidation.
There's a woman sitting at the table who gives you a glare for some reason. Various
Intense
groups,
glare.
The mercenaries
Glare battle ensures.
have been. You can see them as you come in. You immediately know to look towards them. You can see they seem to be talking about these two over here. Glance over every once in a while.
And he's gonna just kind of acknowledge that, but then start heading over this way with Scarlet.
Certainly.
And as he does, he's just gonna say, "It's been a minute since I've seen you. This is where we're all gathering."
Ah, they've done stuff with their characters before this. That's so
Just
cool.
have to meet here,
Yes.
wherever here is.
Ahem.
Mm. Well,
Would
I'm
you like
not
a drink,
sure.
friend?
I'm not sure I have the pleasure of knowing your name.
I have not known yours either. I am Cyrus, and you are.
Good to meet you, Cyrus. I'm Gidrina.
Mm, Pleasure's
Little
mine.
buddy of Scarlet over here. She could tell you way more about the stuff we've gotten up to.
Yeah,
I
Cyrus
guess.
helped me get the. She'll kind of like pick her plate armor up and reveal the belt, but not explain what it is. He helped me get this.
Oh.
And she'll place it back down.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
stylish.
Indeed.
You know what they say
That
about
was another
chunky
adventure.
belts?
Sounds like I have some interesting folks in my tavern today. I'm Durnan, by the way.
Pleasure, Durnham.
And then,
I don't think I'll be drinking anything just yet, but I shall just stick around. And then Cyrus is gonna whisper to Scarlet, "We've got a few people looking over at us. If anything, I just keep an eye open."
Yeah. Don't worry. There's a reason I keep that thing hidden.
Mm,
A lot of people want it.
indeed. So I always have everything on me.
And she also has like 5 weapons on her back.
Oh god, the shield. I didn't even describe the shield,
Yeah,
actually. I
just-
skipped over that.
Shield's a
The
whole
shield
thing.
was imposing because it just looks like a giant white scale and like surrounded in what looks like chunks of ice. Almost like one of those kind of like a long, like pointy shield, like a triangle shield, but just yeah, just ice and white scale.
mm,
Oh, yeah, I haven't even seen the sword yet. It's still on his back.
There we go. I think I can. Yeah, I can just. There's a sword.
It pops up every time you open it, Zach.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open it.
Yeah, I
Open
got
it.
revealed.
Open it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
it's very present, clearly.
Yeah. Can I, real quick, I feel like what used to be the most predominant and scary thing on Scarlet's back was her warhammer. It is now Strahd's long sword on her side. Because it is very well made for what like all of her weapons, all of her other
Sleek.
weapons look like.
Obviously, some kind of relic that's been very well maintained. And let's grab the next person.
I'll go ahead.
Absolutely. Over to Korik.
All right. No, he's a 5 foot. No, he's not 5 foot. He's 3 feet. He's a halfling. Pretty much covered in dust and dew from the weather that he's been traveling.
The sand clings to you. The door swings open.
Yeah. He essentially starts brushing himself off, stomping his feet before entering the next room. Makes a look around, see if he recognizes anyone he knows. This spots Tidrina and Scarlet. And Cyrus, my bad.
Mhm.
Cyrus. And makes his way over. But before he does, he's gonna glance around the room just to see if anything suspicious is probably happening.
Give me a quick perception check.
Yay for rolls.
First roll of the night.
I know I have it. Perception.
Mhm. That is a good roll to start. The mercenaries over here at this table appear to be muttering. But you don't think they mean any harm. You think they're just gossiping.
Ah.
About the group over here. Up in the north, there's a strangely well-dressed man with very pale skin, who you clock very quickly as a vampire.
Oh.
This lady's being weird all alone in the corner. And since you're sitting here looking, and this person nice and close to you looks up and says, "What? What do you want?"
Okay. Enough mode.
We're all thinking. Never. Yeah, I was about to say we're all thinking it, right? We're all thinking
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He makes his way over to his friends and just goes, "What's up, everyone?"
Great
Is
things.
I think-
that Korik?
I think as soon
Yeah.
as Court speaks, because it's been quiet for a second, Scarlet like jumps a little bit. She tries to like not make it subtle, but you could see that her like twitches.
Long time no
Hello,
see,
Court.
friends.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, had a bit of things to take care of, you could say.
Cora looks at Scarlet. "Where's my dog?"
I don't know. As she's like hiding him like in front of her under the stool.
Absolutely, one moment.
I don't know what you're talking about. What dog are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
You know which dog. The only dog I have.
They've been so
Nope,
quiet
I don't
for
remember you having a
so
dog.
long. They'll
Where
come
is
pushing
Boone?
out from under the table.
Oh, there's my dog.
And there they are.
Well,
It's not yours.
he gives him. He gives his dog scratches.
Fiery breath and a gaze like lava. And little scritches.
I like this dog.
Like for context, it is fully like that's canon that Scarlet stole Coric's dog and brought him along with her instead of with Coric.
The whole reason I came. From my. He's pulling a John Wick. I came from my dog.
Boone will come up and lick at your hand. It's very hot.
He makes his way around, leaving the dog with Scarlet.
Mhm.
So, what are we drinking?
Whiskey,
I have
wine,
whiskey, but you
nothing.
can get whatever you want.
I would like a whiskey, please.
There you go.
I
No,
triple
that's-
boon dare you to mix your whiskey and wine, Korik.
I'll take that. I'll take that there.
We're already doing this.
Why not?
Triple goon.
Push
You know,
out
Triple
that's fair.
boon.
You
a
know,
mug as
Triple
well.
boon.
I totally didn't already forget your name. I feel bad now. My bad.
Cyrus.
You have a point. What? You were talking to the barkeep.
Oh, whoops. Never mind. I should have now.
Oh, Durnan. I'm Durnan.
Nice to meet you, Durnan.
My bad. I
over. Oh no!
How much do I owe you?
Nothing. Your friend paid already.
All right.
And with
He looked.
that,
Cork. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
let's get our last member in before we go too far.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Approach the tavern, Earleth. And would you give us a description, please?
2 seconds, got something in my throat.
Sure, no worries.
Okay. Laura is about a 5'7" high elf with blonde hair. Goes down about halfway down her back. Gets a bit wavier the longer it is. Aside from which, not really wearing anything too special. And she's just gonna walk into the tavern. So
Perhaps a little more unassuming than some of the other members of the party who entered.
yeah. We'll also say she does look a bit skittish, like she's not entirely used to being in a place like this.
Entering in, there's a number of groups sat about. The barkeep calls over and says, "Come on in. I can get you a table, a seat, a drink, a meal."
She's just gonna head over to the barkeep and the rest of the group.
Absolutely. What can I get for you?
I mean, what do you have?
Got lots of things. Stew in the back. I have leftovers from a pie, freshly baked bread, of course, a few hours old now. Various drinks, whether it be wine, whiskey. There's some old sand-styled drinks in here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Got some fish in earlier today.
I'll just take a bit of bread for now, thank you.
Certainly. Certainly. What's your business today? Starts to open a door.
Lorelith just kind of glance over at the rest of the group. Kind of got told to meet some people here.
Oh, then I suppose you're here for this reunion going on. I have a whole bunch of famous people in today, and he keeps calling out from the other room. Look at them all with their magic
Did you
bits.
just say famous?
Talking about adventures. Close to that. Places down some bread and butter on a plate in front of him.
Oh, thank you.
Right, and you
Little-
know what?
she-
Earlier today. Oh, please. Don't worry.
Lorelith's just gonna like nibble on the bread.
And you know, earlier today, I had the Phoenix Eternal visit. Of course, she's regular at this point.
Phoenix Eternal, you say?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Phoenix. Did she leave anything?
No, she's in the room. Only private room we got. Just around the bend there.
Okay. Scarlet kind of glances to everyone else.
She's pretty
She asks for
friendly.
another fill up of whiskey.
He'll pour you another glass.
And she picks up her glass and like basically like points over there and was like, "Well, guess we know where we need to go."
I suppose so. Are we all ready?
I think we're all ready.
I believe we are.
All right. Scarlet, do you want to lead the way for this?
I don't mind who leads the way.
God,
All
I
right.
love having heroes in my tavern.
We love your tavern.
Oh, thank you. You know, it got bought out for a little while.
It did?
Aye, crazy folk named Titus Amon. Man dropped 4,000 gold on me and said he wanted to purchase my tavern for a few years. So So I got a plaque on the wall and everything now, and he points over to a wall by the piano.
I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Aye. Alternative name for the tavern is currently it's currently the Amon Tavern. And then he told me to call it whatever I wanted. Weird day.
Day indeed. Well, I'm glad you got your tavern back.
Aye. I don't have to worry so much about the cost of things anymore. I pretty much sell at cost.
Very good, very good. I'll be sure to visit this place more often. Than
Aye.
business, of course.
Aye, come by whenever
Alright.
you'd like. I'd love to have you all around.
Where were we supposed to be headed?
Oh.
Could you remind me, point me in the direction?
Just past the Red Falcon's table there, and he motions over to the table with the mercenaries. There's a couple of folks back there, but there's a door as well leading into the private room. It's got a fireplace for itself and everything.
Thank you, sir.
Gives a nod. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Who wants
As
to
we
lead the
had
way?
inside of the
I'll go ahead and
or
go.
under or inside of the empty glass, Scarlet has left 5 more gold. By the way,
So cute.
Spreading the wealth.
As Cork's walking with Scarlet, he's gonna speak to her in Infernal and tell her that there's a vampire here.
Oh boy. Scarlet stops.
Scarlet acknowledges that.
Around the corner,
Scarlet stops and acknowledges that.
there's a fairly burly looking orcish warrior type and a more scholarly half-elf with a snowy owl on his arm. The orc turns to look at you all as you start to pass, and he goes, "You all have business with the Phoenix Eternal?"
I believe we do.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yes, we did. She asked us to meet us. She asked us to meet us. Scarlet Locks.
Scarlet Locks. I'm Aries.
Nice to meet you, Aries.
Do like a little bow.
And Court.
Now, Scarlet Locks is on the list, so I'm gonna assume the rest of you are too.
Cyrus Telemon.
Cyrus Telemon was on there. You were the one that worried me the most, you know. I heard about the heroes from Barovia, and then I heard about a couple other folks. Most never heard your name before, lass.
Apologies. Laura left Eldervale, sir.
That's the one. And you, I certainly heard your name before. But, well, let's just say I don't get along with the folks in Dacia. They live a nice life, not for me. I'm not your dealings. Have fun, though.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, make sure nothing happens to the Phoenix Eternal. I'll have your hides for it.
My hide would look very bad on any display, so I'll make sure.
He seems to really like that. Joking
Scarlet
off
will-
of his threat.
Scarlet will knock on the. Oh, sorry. Scarlet will knock on the door. By the way.
A voice from within says, "Come in." And you see the elderly woman, wooden pendant hanging from her neck in relatively plain clothing, long white hair, Delia Serafina. You've met her before. She sits in front of the fireplace, which flickers to and fro, somewhat unnaturally at times. Well, good. We're all here. Glad you all met up first. Makes things easy on me.
Indeed.
Have you all met and gotten acquainted since I met you?
For the most part.
Yes. Mostly. Introductions have been done. Some of
Oh.
us have known each other for a tiny bit.
Nice.
Indeed.
Then you'd all best take a seat. Our first stop is going to be Ibris. Be it information or a wayward soul you seek, Weaver will hold something of use to you. I've never met with the Weaver before myself, but I've heard she's one of the weaker demon princes, strength-wise. Ibris itself is a mess of stairs and open space, though they say it was once lifeless. So I'll take us in, and I'll maintain a little home camp for all of you to return to if you need access back home or to me. Or if you need to rest or resupply, don't worry. I'm sure you started to understand just how much gold people lavish on you when you save a few hundred or thousand lives.
Scarlet
That's
chuckles at that.
Your first mission
Indeed.
will be to locate where Weaver resides. Beyond that, I trust you all to have your own business in order. I just hope to make heroes out of you while you're in there.
well, hopefully we won't let you down.
I don't think you will. A broad smile crosses her face as she says that. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask. Before I take you into a world of open space and darkness.
Is the open space just, do you just fall down?
I believe
Or is it,
so.
like, flat?
Some people theorize that you eventually appear back at the top if you fall all the way.
Wow. Scary.
Very.
Hmm.
I've used Ibris
So-
before for travel, but I've never gone looking for the demons in there.
Understood. So don't go
We're
plummeting
having-
to your death.
Don't fall. No, not unless you've got a way to fall good.
Does Weaver have any agents?
Weaver's
like-
most trusted agents are the dark spider demons. They're not all spiders. They all have the same sort of look to them. 6 or 8 legs, chitin or kind of a fuzzy exterior, 8 eyes. Spider-like. Spider-like. She also has a number of warlocks in and outside her realm. They'd probably be easier to converse with, but Delia shrugs. I'll leave that up to you.
Cyrus kind of perks up at the mention of many eyes, like,
Aye, she nods to you, Cyrus, as you perk up at it. I heard the tales of what you'd once done. You'd do best to tell some stories one day. The Thousand
Hopefully I'll be able to have this
Eyes is indeed one of her servants.
Right. I wonder how she'll react to me coming in to her domain of all places.
I hope she'll be pragmatic.
Or maybe my name has not gone that far.
Perhaps not.
Well, when we go down this hole, we can make it. We can all make a name for ourselves.
Oh, yes. If you manage anything of note, I'll make sure it spreads far and wide. I have enough stories about my name. I never really... I've trained at the different monasteries with different people. It's never really been the same, though. Haven't gone to train up a true hero since Kristoff, who trained alongside me. Anything else? She looks over to the side. No, that's fine. Take a seat, everyone, at the table. Come sit next to me. Come now, violin. And she's going to hold out
I'll sit
2
next to you.
hands on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, she curls across. She just jumps across the table.
I shall just sit directly in front.
Link hands.
Okay.
Oh, got There we go.
Switching over.
Drink and then like,
a musical chairs.
You can link up. And as you all link hands, Delia closes her eyes and hums a low note, and the fire behind her brightens for a moment and then dims, and brightens and dims, and you realize it's with her breathing. Then her eyes open, and in that brief moment, the room seems to light itself, to conflagrate for just a moment. You get uncomfortably hot. You can't see. And then you begin to cool. The light dims quite a lot. And it is very, very dark. You are on a platform with stairs marking up and down, pulling through great open passages of darkness all around you. Immediately, Delia pulls out a bunch of... she pulls out what you know to be a modified bag of holding. And she starts pulling things out and she says, let's get tents set up. I have a number of supplies to make camp with. She starts pulling out crates and a bench, wood for a fire.
Just a whole fire.
Scarlet gets immediately to work. Scarlet immediately starts helping set up. And I think as she tries to set up a tent, she hits too hard because she has that belt of giant strength on. She hits too hard and the nail goes, and she just misses, like, makes a dent into the ground. She's like, fuck.
Korg runs over. I got this. No worries.
Cyrus gonna help with other
She tries
stuff
to,
as well.
Push dirt into it to like cover it up. She's like, oops. Okay.
Eutherian is helping out, just, even unpacking some of her own supplies that she brought, but she's looking around to see what exactly things look like.
They are like stone platforms suspended in air with staircases running up and down them in zigzags through dark halls. Halls is the wrong word, it's open air between everything. Below, above, all around, it's like a maze. You hear the crunching of stone as you work and you see that some of the stairs shift. And as you guys are setting up your camp, you may all join me on our next map.
Is it like that one painting? Where it's just a bunch of like stairs.
It is like an Escher painting, yes.
That's what I'm imagining.
A little bit like an Escher painting.
Okay, I couldn't remember the name.
No.
I couldn't remember the name of the painting.
You might get a little bit of an idea just by looking at the map.
It's black for me at the moment. There it is.
There you go.
Oh.
Just a moment.
Okay then. Nice.
Delia sits down after pulling an entire bench out of her modified bag of holding.
It's a sturdy bench.
Oh, I brought this one lots of places with me. It was made for me in a small town called Shale. Oh, let me unlock you. Apologies.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
There you go.
You know, I swear I've heard of Shale again before, but I forget who.
Oh, it's...
I think his name started with a G.
Oh, maybe. Not too many people from Shale, I tell you. Not too many people, though. I know.
It's a beautiful bench, though. Good bench.
Oh, yes.
Do you need any hands on anything?
Oh.
Just setting up.
If you want to make sure your tents are to your liking, that would be good. And if you end up wanting to cook something or whatnot before you all head out, feel free. I have barrels of pickled goods, crates of dried goods, blankets, and a couple magical trinkets, should it come to be that you need it.
Oh my.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm suddenly regretting bringing all of my own tent and blanket and stuff. But honestly, I need 2 blankets to sleep. Ugh, I'm so pampered.
For a long time I slept without any blankets. I'll take them any day now.
I can agree with you on that one.
I think I will take this tent.
What?
It's a nice tent.
It's been quite a long time.
Ah,
It's been quite a long time with no home.
I understand.
I think I found one now.
I understand all too well. I'm glad you have one. Don't worry, I'll be able to keep the fire going for days. Worst case, I'll slip out for a little bit to get more wood.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And trust me, short of Weaver showing up, if anyone comes here, they'll regret making threats, that's for sure. They don't know what any of you can do, let alone what I can do.
I wouldn't bet against this group. Against anyone in this group.
Oh. Oh.
Scarlet smiles as she pats the sword on her side. Yeah, we can do quite a lot.
Another story you want to tell? Strad von Zanovich.
Mm-hmm. Scarlet will unsheath the sword and start talking about the story of Strahd and how they defeated him. Wrapped around the hilt of the blade is the bandana that Cork gave each of them. With broken chains on the edges.
Just lovely, really. Oh, you're going to need this as well, all of you. And she pulls from her pocket a gilded compass. Lots of little pins and buttons. And she opens it up. And it has 10 different directions on it. And she points to one and she says, "Just beyond us to the south is a gate. This setting will point towards the gate. If you hit it, it'll point you in the right direction, even if you get turned around out there." And she'll hold out the compass.
I think Udrina will take the compass.
There you go.
Thank
Take
you.
good care of that. It's easy to get lost around here.
Cork's just gonna start grabbing stuff to make a stew over the fire.
Absolutely. You start grabbing out various dried things and vegetables, bones and whatnot, and you can set up a little broth.
I feel like, just for a little character thing, I feel like as people are doing, talking or telling stories, or she's telling us what to do. Scarlet listens, but then she also for a moment in her eyes, you can see that there's a flashback to something, and then she comes back and receives the sword and just stays quiet.
Well, you all know what you're looking for here?
Roughly.
Scarlet will nod.
Yes.
Good. It's at least half of you. And I think she's going to look towards you, Loreleth, and stand up. Just walking over to come to you, and she will whisper to you and say, just make sure you're very careful out there. If they already know about your dealings, then you should be fine. There will be others like you out there.
She's just going to give a small nod.
Delia will go and sit back down on her bench. And enjoy.
Stew's ready. Anyone want a bowl?
I'll
Will it
take
actually
one.
be edible this time, Quark?
Yes, out of a bowl this time.
Will it be edible? Oh no, I meant the stew. Would I
Yes,
actually
it
be
should.
edible this time? Last time you burned it.
Well, that was last time. This is this time. It should be edible.
Scarlet will,
Edible and
Scarlet will get a
inable.
bowl and like
Edible and edible.
Scarlet will handle. Oh,
God.
I just got that. I just okay. Scarlet will be weary to try it because she fully believes that Quark's like lying, but then she eats it and she's like, oh, okay. I
Shall
guess
we
I-
see? Would you like to roll?
Scientific
a-
approach
Oh
for
yeah.
it.
Just roll me a
Would you like to
D20
roll a
for
luck check?
Wait 30 seconds. If something happens, you know it's bad.
Here, I will taste for poison. I love poison.
God.
Suddenly,
Have you
everyone
not
that's
heard of
eating
how
the stew has to
dwarves-
roll Constitution check.
Have you
Honestly,
not heard of how dwarves spice their foods? Come on, guys.
I do not interact with many dwarves.
Well, now you do.
you know,
Yeah, you do have a point there.
the stew is pretty darn good.
It is delicious.
First day of rations, you had good ingredients. You knew what you were doing. You can fill your bellies as you'd like. Delia says, I'll remain here, and you're free to stay as long as you'd like in camp. However, whenever you're ready, take to the stairs, see what you can find.
All right. Cork's just gonna walk over and hand Dahlia a bowl of stew as well. He feels like she's being left out.
She'll take the bowl and scoop herself a bite. You know, this is not bad. No more.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. She'll keep eating.
So, some of us haven't really seen each other in a little bit. What have you all been up to? And she kind of like, her eyes darts towards Scarlet and then back to the fire.
Oh, just
Directive roleplay.
you
Very
can.
well done by Cookie.
She tries to hide that she doesn't tell like details. She literally just says, just getting a belt, and she'll show the belt again. That's
Chunky
about it.
belts are always
That's
in
all she'll say.
style.
Mhm.
I like
Belt
it.
of
I like it a lot.
giant strength.
Yum. What about you, Korak? You do anything fun?
Entered the tournament. Won a bag of beans. And just hung out with our old friend Lee.
Oh, I miss Lee.
He's done quite well taking over for Bailiff in that tower.
Yes, he has. It's like he's found a new home, and he never leaves his room. Or his office, for that matter.
That is also just like Bailiff.
Good to hear you guys were doing cool stuff.
What about you, Adrena?
Yeah, I went to a temple, and she kind of like nods away. She's a little bit uneasy, a little bit nervous, saying what's happened there. But she comes back to reality and is like, I just figured out a little bit more about myself there. Sort of like finding yourself spiritually. Oh, I just went on a little retreat. It's okay. Nothing much.
The last time I had a letter from you, Adrena, you went to go visit Exithanter.
Yes, I did. Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah, but caught up with him. He was a nice guy, so
That's
he
not
taught
a
me a
good.
couple
name.
things.
Delia looks out to the other two that weren't in that on that adventure there.
Yeah.
And she says, "Don't worry, Exithanter's a new name to me too."
What about you two? Loreleth, you said your name right?
Yes, that was a. I never properly introduced myself. I'm sorry for that.
You are fine. Don't apologize for that. I want to hear all about you. Tell us something you'd like to.
I mean, I can't really say I've done anything particularly exciting recently.
Oh, it doesn't have to be that.
It could be your hobbies.
Yeah, hobbies. What's your favorite color?
Lavender.
Good choice. Very good choice.
Believe it or not, Quiet Lorelith is going to be your keystone here. Well, we're in this realm in particular. I don't know what kind of powers you've unlocked, but let's just say you can rely on them.
Okay then. And as Scarlett's listening, she hears a splash into her bowl. And she looks down, and then there's a little apple floating inside of her bowl.
As Scarlet's familiar Apo appears, a fruit mimic.
Cute.
It opens its little mouth
Get
and
all the
starts
little guys
munching
in,
at the
you know.
stew.
He didn't get a chance to. Alpo didn't get to introduce himself.
I don't think. Let me check. Oh, I do. There he is.
I love Alpo. Where?
As the tiny little fruit mimic starts munching on your stew.
Oh, there he is. She just smiles at him. And, kind of goes back into listening, but also drowned out through felt, thinking about what all she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Delia wanders around the backside here.
Should I call you Phoenix Eternal or Delia? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, you can call me Delia. Everyone calls me the Phoenix Eternal because they like the title. It's
Badass.
always cool. I don't feel much attachment to it these days. But it means something to somebody.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Well, Delia, do you have any stories of Anything lately?
Uh, let's see. I just got back from traveling around the south here. I stopped by Andashia for a while. If you'd believe it, the priests in Dacia are getting... Well, I suppose you might know this. She motions over to Cyrus. The priests in Dacia are really getting up there right now. Bundling groups together to fight back the hordes. Calling for unity. I dare say, any year now, the wound will probably be dealt with. Which is quite a feat. They've asked me to come along. We'll see. I have an old friend down there named Lorandus. Dragon. Blind as a bat. Talks with his mind. Who would like for that place to remain lesser known. Maybe I'll help him patch the place up and keep it hidden. For now,
Hopefully.
though... Oh yes, hopefully. For now, though, I'm here with you all. And I do apologize. I'm going to be pushing you a little bit hard here and there. I found it was the hardest years of my life where I made the greatest growth.
I don't know. Between you and the priest, I don't see it being too harsh, if you don't mind me comparing the two.
I'll bet. Well, we'll start off easy. It's your first day. And maybe as I hear things, I'll have something for you all to do.
Well, if anything, it's already easier.
Feel free to take a
Korg.
tent if you want to rest. You're saying, Korg?
Korg looks at Sirius like fascinated by him.
I'm just gonna look at him
I
like,
will wander to a tent. I'm not saying much.
Are
I just
you
want you to
"Are you
place a
okay
tent.
there? Korik, was it?"
Yes, him, Korg.
Yeah, you
I'm
okay there?
fine. I'm fine. I'm just personally have never seen a dragonborn before.
Hmm. Well, that's not surprising. A lot of my kind tend to stay in their own clans and villages. But we do exist. We do
Korg
exist.
Korg suddenly speaks Draconic and tells him, "We're gonna be good friends."
He's just gonna like startle. Sarah's just startled, like, and speak back in Draconic. You speak my native tongue. We're gonna be great friends. Just watch.
And then he's just gonna head to a tent and rest for the night.
Well then, I suppose if that's what we're going to do, we should all get rest.
Do we need to take watches?
I'll watch for you while you're here. Don't worry. She snaps her
Thank
fingers
you.
and the fire kind of rises in a tendril before spiraling out.
Now that is a very good trick.
Oh, I've got plenty more, but I don't think I'll need to use them.
Hmm. Well, hopefully not while we're here.
No.
All right. Thank you for watching over us.
Take a good rest, Paladin.
I will try to. Try to.
your tents and rest for the night. It's very quiet here. Every once in a while you hear the clattering of stone or a voice far off. Things moving.
Things that go bump in the night.
But eventually, you'll all be well rested and can come back to around the campfire. Delia will smile. She's put out simple... she's just set out some toast and dried meats and berries.
Core's gonna snatch some of the berries and put them in his pocket for later.
Absolutely.
I think I have like a mess kit, and I hope that has a spoon in it. So Adrian is gonna take a spoon of berries and put it over the fire for a little bit,
Warm them up. They get
and
a
then
little bit,
spread it on some toast.
a little bit jammy, and then you can spread it on the toast.
Delicious. I'm somewhat of a chef. I know.
You know, Christoph used to do that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty yummy.
Oh, it is. Very yummy. Let's see. Maybe I'll cook some things for you all before you return. I have to do something while I'm sitting around. In any case, get all ready. And get on out there into the darkness. Torch or whatever light you might need.
I am going to get my lantern out and light that with anything that's in the fire and the oil I have in my flasks.
Absolutely.
Yes, hooded lantern.
Setting that up, you have your lantern ready. It'll burn for quite a while.
So what's our marching order, everyone?
That's a good question, Paul.
Well, if we want to go about this tactically, heavier armor should probably go in front, and
Yes, probably.
anyone that's a tad bit squishier should maybe stay behind us both.
Sounds like a
Just
plan.
in case. If that's alright with everyone, I don't want to take charge, to be fair.
Delia seems to find that very funny. She very quietly chuckles to herself.
Things change. Things changed.
Oh, I clearly. Now, march on seems like a loose marching order is what's going to work for you all. No military training on most of you. Stay close to each other. And you all can show me which way you'd like to leave from the island.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we got like 30 different directions we could go in.
I
Eeny,
say,
meeny,
let's
miny.
go to the south.
Yes, south.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 5 different directions we could go.
Roll a d10, anyone?
I only see 2.
Hey, don't know what that means. We're going down.
We didn't even assign the sides!
8, it rhymes with down, okay?
Wait,
Okay,
that's not how that works! Unless you're
I
speaking
will-
Draconic.
I'm speaking
Okay,
coffee-nese.
I only see
Jeez.
2 ways to go. Is there more than 2? Actually,
Yep, there's a pathway leading south off the island, north, and east directly. You can also leap off if you really want.
That
I can. I'll do it.
We don't fall for the that's how the
my
doctor.
mother warned me about my friends jumping off a cliff. All right.
Wait, we have a
Alright.
compass. Why not follow the
Yes.
compass?
If
I
your
have
friends
the
jumped off a cliff, would you? Yes.
Apparently.
In other words, yeah, follow the compass. Okay.
I'm good. I do not
Can I
want
ask a
to
question
jump off.
for lantern stuff?
Oh, let me give you a
How do
lantern.
I get that to... Okay, yes. How do I mechanically make that work?
There you go. I can drag it onto you, and it will shed light.
Ooh.
Alright.
Light.
You know what? I want Cyrus in front of me. And also
Alright.
Scarlet in front of me.
All right.
you
You
guys-
lead us forward.
I'll just tell you when to go.
All
I
right.
can be perfectly fine. But thank you anyway.
You pass by an old, crumbling statue of some warrior.
Can I make
Huh.
a stone cunning check?
Sure.
Okay. So that's just advantage on history. I want to know about this. 13.
The stone appears to be quite old. You're not sure what figure is depicted in this, but the stone itself is exceptionally old. You've seen stone like it in accordant era structures.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna keep that little tidbit of knowledge myself. Okay, carrying on.
All right.
I want it noted, like Scarlet, like is doing it. She seems tired, like she did not sleep well.
Oh.
By the way,
Imagine being tired.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Right.
wow,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
imagine being tired. Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
I'm tired out of character and I'm getting violent.
No worries.
No worries.
Appa will munch on
Oh
your...
my.
will, like, sit on your arm and munch at your armor harmlessly as you march on.
If you're hungry, they're hungry.
Make sure to bring them inside and warm them up.
He's always hungry. And she points to Appa. He's always hungry. He just eats. I don't know.
The darkness surrounds you as you travel. Stairs up, down, trying to find your way, just searching for anything. And then you start to hear some noise, like chanting in the distance.
Oh no.
Also, a quick question. Is it normal darkness or magical darkness?
Normal darkness, which means some of you can see through it very well.
Don't mind the paladin fumbling in the dark.
Hello, I am one of those people who can see really well.
Crying and no dark vision.
Luckily, the party has some lights. And you can see some in the distance as well, actually.
Hmm.
Okay. I guess we're approaching the lights then.
Totally non-threatening lights.
We should probably do it cautiously.
I
So we
agree.
don't know we don't know what or who is here.
Oh man.
Man, we got half an idea. Warlocks and forgot their names.
followers.
No.
Spiders. Spider people.
Oh,
8
anyone in the
hours.
group have arachnophobia?
Nope.
I might
I
develop it.
don't think so. Oh, you're just lucky you weren't there with one of the first parties I joined. That would give everyone arachnophobia. 1,000 eyes.
Mhm. As you approach, there's some clattering noises and some yelling, and you can tell it appears to be two groups now that have met in the vastness of Ibris that you are about to come upon. If anyone wants to stealth or any such thing, I ask you do so now.
I will do it now.
If we stealth.
Absolutely.
I will.
That is a 10.
Well, you know, you didn't become more loud at the very least.
Oh
Wait,
god, I gotta
there-
roll with disadvantage because plate armor.
Can I cause their lights to flicker for fun?
My god, what the
Sure.
fuck?
Oh my.
Wait, is stealth a dexterity?
That's a rogue for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, stealth is dexterity, so
I will use. Where is it?
You already got
Enhance ability.
Who would you like to use it on?
I will use it on Cirrus.
A little ditty? A quick
Ooh.
hummed tune? And seriously, you'll have advantage, so you can hit the advantage button in the bottom left to counteract your disadvantage.
okay, so it just becomes a normal roll then
Mhm.
for stealth. Okay.
Instead
So
of
I just
disadvantage.
Yeah.
alright, so
No,
just
no.
roll is it regular, right?
Yep,
Or-
if it'll automatically apply the disadvantage since you're in plate armor. So you just want to
Yeah.
hit the ADV button in the bottom left of Fantasy Grounds before you make the roll.
Okay. And then nope, not that. No, not that.
No worries, take a moment, get reacquainted.
Hey.
And then it looks like Scarlet
there you go.
and Yadrina are not stealthing up. You're being open.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The enhanced ability is called Cat's Grace. So, advantage on dexterity checks. You do not take damage from falling 20 feet or less
Hmm,
if it isn't incapacitated.
cool.
Get
Eat self off the
counter-
side of the
Oh my god. Please tell me I know feather falling because I watch somebody eventually end up like tripping off it or something.
As you're approaching, you can make out two distinct groups. One, for those of you who can see anyways, otherwise it's just voices. One stands around some kind of altar and seems to be performing a ritual, or was.
I can't see anything.
I'll
all
have you on the map in a moment. I'm just describing.
Oh, okay,
first.
my bad.
Don't worry.
My bad.
Oh, okay.
It appears to be 4 undead figures and what must be a dark spider, led by a Kayadir, a red-eyed Kayadir, who calls out towards another group, which appears to be heavily armed mercenaries of some kind, or perhaps soldiers led by a lady in full plate armor. The Kayadir calls out and says, "This is your last chance. You are not to tread upon holy ground while bearing the symbols of another deity." And the other one calls out and says, "Unfortunately, I happen to know you undead scum need to be wiped off this planet before you make another living sacrifice. What's that in that bowl there?" "That's right, I can see it from here." And that's where you guys will come in. Welcome to one of many of this kind of map you will have. Ibris Path 2.
Ibris Path 2.
will swap to some slightly more tense music. Maybe not combat quite yet.
Not yet. Not until the first head rolls.
Stares
Not
at the
yet,
paladin in the party.
Stares at my own character who would throw her hammer in the middle.
As you
Look,
begin-
Improvise a weapon.
They could very easily just fucking attack Cirrus on sight.
Don't get
He's a
Zach
paladin.
ideas.
He is a paladin in the domain. Fucking on sighted.
But you see whatever you can see. The sounds of the mercenaries are coming from this direction.
Okay.
Immediately, the voice from the distance calls out and says, "Wait, we have more interlopers. Are these your friends?" And the
Oh.
Kyadir looks over. Oh, I need to unlock you all again. My bad. I do that every time.
No, you're good.
I don't know them. Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Scarlet Lock.
Scarlet
Oh yeah, should have been over here.
Locks. Oh, coming into view, you're now plainly visible, Cyrus.
Well then, I guess this is how we're doing it.
You all. He thinks for a moment. Help me clear away these mercenaries from this holy place, and I will reward you. The person on the cliff says, "What? Don't listen to him. He's a warlock to a weaver. Kill him where he stands before he causes you another problem. I'm with the Determiners. Help us clear them out, and I'll show you back to our camp."
Fortunately, we kind of don't need to go back to a camp.
Consort with the demon's warlock?
I
I
don't know, yo.
suggest
Well,
I suggest attack the ones that aren't undead.
Why do you guys need to go to their holy grounds, right? What's going on?
I am mapping and patrolling the lands of Ibris in our recent expedition. And Don says, you don't want to listen to anything she's going to say. She's highly aggressive. I am
So because you decided to map out a realm you do not live in, you believe you have the right to kill the inhabitants of it who are going about their day-to-day life?
going about their day-to-day life. Look at them. They're performing a live sacrifice, or they had recently. She motions over to the over to the altar.
I mean, it does still classify as their day-to-day life.
And I roll an inside check and see if they're lying.
Absolutely. You're trying to check insight on Lady Soria?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Skills.
Oh, wow. You read her like a book. You think that she thinks she's telling the truth. However, you're also pretty sure she doesn't particularly care. It's simple. We clear them out, you come back to camp. I can help you get out any which way you need. We're opening safer patrols along some of these pathways. It will revolutionize trade.
So, can I just clear this up real quick?
The Kyadir nods, hopefully.
Okay. So, this is because a holy symbol, you're wearing a holy symbol and they don't even their holy grounds because you're wearing another holy symbol, right? Is that it? Is that about it?
Yes. I am bound by pact to the Pantheon in Dacia.
Okay.
To whom?
To the Pantheon in general. I can assure you it's more of a business opportunity for me.
And
But I'll represent my clients faithfully.
Okay.
mercenaries.
But even if it was, life or death, you wouldn't take it off.
She frowns. You're not going to make it life and death, are you?
I don't intend on it, but both of you guys seem like you're eager for a fight. I don't think we should do that. Don't think that turned out good for anybody.
Ah. Is it possible for us to go around this section? Not really. And I'd prefer to be done away with warlocks to the Weaver. Dangerous folk. The Kyadir steps forward and says, "We're only dangerous if provoked. Please leave."
There, you have them asking you to leave peacefully. I suggest you take that option.
She smiles a little bit. "And are you going to be taking their side if I don't?"
I'm not usually one to defend the innocent, but when push comes to shove, I love conquering people beneath my feet.
She makes a little click with her tongue like that. And the mercenaries lower their crossbows. And we are going to roll for initiative.
Ooh, okay, well.
Oh, wow. Those are some good rolls.
Oh, wow. Yes, guys.
Give me 1 second. We're about to have the worst one yet.
Oh, Soria, though. Has no bonus, so that's an 18.
I told you. What did I say?
Is there any initiative trackers or?
So, initiative, we will be using the not quite proficient initiative system, which means this is only to determine who is going to go first.
Oh yeah, fuck, forgot
We
about
love
that.
it. We love the not quite proficient system.
Let's swap to some combat music. And it looks like Scarlet is going to be starting the round. Damn. Good roll.
Okay. Scarlet doesn't really say anything. She just kind of like grips her warhammer and throws it.
Hammer time!
It's hammer time. Alright. You know what to do.
Hammer time. Do, 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 do.
Odd Lady Soria. Absolutely. One moment. As the hammer flies towards Soria, before you roll, please.
Oops, my bad.
She knocks it aside in the air and it goes clattering behind her. She parries it.
It'll return to Scarlet.
Sure. How does it return?
She has the weapon bound.
Oh, sorry, I should specify. What does it look like as it returns?
Oh, like Thor's hammer returning and just like kind of
Oh, yeah.
shoots back to her hand.
Whoomp.
And it scrapes across the ground with still the force from the belt, like leaving a dent. That's one attack.
Indeed.
You
You are very high level.
Yeah. What should I do?
You can throw it again pretty easy with no problem.
Yeah, but I can't call it back.
Yep, you'll have to call it back next turn.
Yeah. Can I only do weapon attacks, or can I do spells too? Since I have them.
So you've taken the weapon attack action, but you are a high enough level war mage that you may now cast a spell as a bonus action when you use the attack action.
Oh, but I already used my bonus action.
Then not this turn.
Okay, then I will actually step in front of the person, the warlock, and kind of like protect them, and then throw it again.
Absolutely.
But what it seems like I'm aiming at, what's her name? I'm going to aim at a mercenary.
Absolutely. They also look heavily armored. But that's no problem for you. Thunk.
Can I roll damage?
You may.
Okay.
Only Soria will have the ability to parry this combat.
Cool.
The hammer thunks into them, leaving a dent in their armor.
And then she'll use her crossbow on the same mercenary again. Because she can't call her hammer back this time.
Oh, right. You have 3 attacks now as a fighter. Jesus.
Oh, that's a miss. Oh, wow.
Armor and not cause any significant damage.
Yes. And then that's her turn.
Absolutely. I think the mercenary corps will steal here. Leveling their crossbows, they fire out towards their pre-chosen targets. You've stepped in front of Thalon, so a number are going to target you. Do 1. Clunk into your plate. 2. Manages to pierce, I think.
Shield.
Boom, a barrier deflects it. It flies. A third one will aim at you. But it's no use against your armor. One aims at this guy.
Damn, I should.
Thunk. Aiming at the undead in the north end. Thunk. One aims with him. And one aims at probably Adrena, since they're the closest.
Gina's within 5 feet of me, right? So.
Yep.
Shoot. Should have said this before, but protection.
All good. I can make the attack again.
Apologies, I had someone at my door.
Oh, it didn't do much.
Just about. No worries.
Like, yeah, they have 5 fucking.
A bolt hits you, Yadrina. Ooh, a heavy hit.
I would like to deflect missiles.
You may.
This will be really funny. Okay, I just need to double check what to do for that. So using your reflect. Okay, 1d10 plus 12.
Roll a d10.
All right, so
and we'll do
just
it
roll a
manually.
d10.
Mm-hmm. You will reduce that damage by 11. The 13 even.
Oh, 13.
Which means you're not very hurt at all. As the bolt just kind of grazes you, you deflect the rest. You may still steal. You still took damage.
Oh wait, I can steal or?
Yep.
Anyone.
You specifically, since you took damage.
Oh. Me specifically? Yay! Okay. She's gonna like have such a scowl on her face. She did not want to fight. These all seemed like such lovely people. So, just so I can be clear, can I ask what about 45 feet looks like?
Oh, absolutely. Would you like a grid as well?
Yes, please, actually.
There you go.
Ooh.
Induce. I was right here before. Somewhere like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Should be able to get to like the top
25.
of those stairs.
Yeah, I'll get to these stairs. And from there, I will use my action to activate my wings.
Oh, absolutely. And what does that look like?
So she kind of like softly says the word requiem, and in a little flash of light, the cloak starts to
This is why I
melt
love
into
Cookie
her
as a player.
body, and out comes these really puffy, pearly, full feathered wings.
Absolutely.
And she just stands defiantly in front of them. I think we should not do this. I know my friend said some stuff. We can solve it.
I'm more of a shoot now, ask questions later kind of cop.
How do you ever interrogate anyone? Tisk tisk.
With a spell scroll. Oh.
You already shot them. I could go all day back and forth. We'd be good friends in another life.
You know, I think we would have, if you just hadn't gotten in my way. Move.
And neither you mine. And then I am going to pass to Cyrus.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Make me
All right.
make me an intimidation check. Or a persuasion check, actually, Yadrina.
Yes, I would love to make a persuasion check.
And then
I
we'll hop
love
over
being
to
nice.
Cyrus.
Delicious. 19.
Quite good. I will keep that in mind when it comes back to their turns.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just measuring distance real quick. I'm gonna move up here. Should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, this gives me space to be close to Scarlet, everyone, and let's see. I think okay. We'll do this one by one. As a bonus action, Cyrus pulls out the long sword on his back and unsheaths the blade that doesn't look like your typical longsword, but that flame that we've seen. He's the metal blade that looks like a tongue of flame. He's going to say the man word for it, incinerate, and the blade's just gonna come to life. The metal starting to twist and bend as it lights on fire.
Hell yeah.
I have a lot of flavor for this one, Zach, so I think you're gonna like it. And
I'm smiling. I've gotten so many cool descriptions already. Session 1.
yeah. And then he's going to look at yeah, no, he's gonna go for Lady sorry, actually. Let me see. This is this close enough? Oh yeah, within distance. And as the attack action, it's gonna cast Toll the Dead on her.
Ah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I have a
I gotta
thing.
fix your cantrip, my bad.
Oh, all good.
You guys are high enough level that these are doing 3 dice of damage.
Oh, nice.
I'll do that as we get to people when they use them.
Alright, so we'll
Not
Toll
that
the
many.
Dead. Oh.
It's alright. Go for it.
Oh, wait. How do I...
Ah, the cog wheel on the right-hand side.
Oh,
If
okay.
you hit that. The UI has been updated since you last played. It's actually a little easier to understand now, but you have to relearn it.
Gotcha. Okay, so... Cast
I
on...
will Oh, you got it.
There we go. I got it. Yep.
She just barely succeeds.
Ah,
as
just
you
the
bang on
echoing
your
sound.
fist.
Yeah, just the echoing sound of hundreds of mercenaries banging their shields, echoing
She smiles.
as the spell dissipates.
A familiar sound to her, it seems.
I think so. Familiar to Cyrus as well. All right. Yeah, no, I think that's where I'll end. It didn't do much, but intimidation factor.
Yep.
Question: was that roll an attack roll?
Yeah.
It was a
I can
saving
use
throw.
Oh, it was a saving throw.
Well,
Okay.
oh yeah, it's saving.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna use some and
Some of your luck.
you're good. Yeah, I was gonna use bountiful luck because it says an ally within 30 feet, so I thought it was Cyrus using an attack roll.
Oh, I bet it'll come
Wanna
in
build
handy
a check.
real soon here. Who would you like to pass to, Cyrus?
Let's see who hasn't gone. Oric and Lorelith. So, let's just go down. Go ahead, Korik.
All right. See there. So apparently I only have 25 for my distance. Let's see. They should be in range. Are they at least? Oh yeah, they're definitely in range. I'm using fairy fire.
Ah, you're going to light them up, huh?
Yes.
Alright, let me target them all. They are all targeted. You can go into your spell and hit the save button, and it will go for all of them.
Where? Oh, use power. No. It said save button. Where's the save button?
If you hit the cog wheel to the right of your spell.
Gotcha.
And now you can hit the effect button. As a couple of the mercenaries, the elite ones, dodge, but Soria and most of the elite mercenaries become covered in these little firefly lights. I remember this one from Curse of Strahd.
Yes. Now everyone has advantage on anyone that's lit up.
Ooh, let's go.
Very good use of a level 1 spell.
And I will do just that. That's all I can do.
Who would you like to pass to?
Lorelith. She's the last one that needs to go.
Last of the allies, certainly.
Lorelif just kind of looks a little bit ticked off at this point, and she's casting Fireball centered on Lady Soria.
One
Oh
moment,
my
let me target the
God.
roll again.
With advantage.
Oh man.
Just hold on, let me target them all again.
What does it look like when you cast Fireball?
Honestly, she's just going to 1 second. I'm not sure if this is the right word for it.
No worries. Certainly welcome to take your time. Yeah, well, you look up and figure out your description. I will handle the mechanical aspect of your spell.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fails.
Oh lord.
Oh boy. And of course, this is at a 5th level, because that's what you cast your spells at.
Oh, they're all dead.
Okay. Lorelif's just going to quickly snap her finger in the direction of Lady Soria and send out a fireball, which, as it's traveling, progressively grows in mass. I can word definitely.
Yeah, that was good.
Um,
Boom! It spreads fire all over the mercenaries who are covered in fire. Not one of them falls, though. You can tell they're well trained and well equipped. However, they're not looking so good after that, except for Soria. Anything else from
Wait,
you,
let's
Lorela?
fifth level. Uh, not at the moment.
Absolutely. Then Lady
I'm just
Soria
gonna
will
end the turn there.
steal. She sees her guys are actually getting pretty fucked up. She sees flight. She sees weird spells. You threw your hammer. And didn't get pierced by the crossbow bolts. Lady Soria is gonna call out and say, "Full retreat, I'll cover you." Yeah, that fireball really changed things. And she
We do.
draws... Oh, please.
We do a little bit of fireballing.
Mm. Oh, what is she gonna do? She sees wings on Yadrina, so she's going to reach out and clench a fist towards you, Yadrina, and cast a spell.
Oh.
I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Nat
I think I'm
20.
fine.
So you feel something attempt to constrict around you, and it hurts a little bit. It's around your throat, tries to lift you up. As she basically attempts to force choke you. But you take some damage and break past the magic. That's it. No further effect.
Nice. With the dispel magic, the wings are gone, right?
It is not a dispel magic. You're good.
Oh, okay. Thought it was something else. Sorry.
It was gonna try and restrain you in the air. That's all. And then bolts start flying from the various allied undead and whatnot. One mercenary goes down. As they shoot out these... They fire bolts of energy, and as they fly from them, they form into these webs that catch on them and sizzle into the enemies. I think you've hurt them enough that, yeah, one goes down, two go down. And as the new round starts, the mercenaries will flee. Dashing up and out the stairs. And I think they'll pass to Soria so she can follow.
Scarlet.
Mm-hmm.
I just said Scarlet starts making chicken noises.
Hey,
For
I
no,
find that
to
offensive.
just be funny.
Nothing wrong with having feathers. Okay.
And with that,
It
He's
wasn't
making fun of
towards
you.
What do you mean? No, I wasn't. I was making
Scarlet.
fun of the people who just ran away.
Oh, I know it wasn't Scarlet.
What do you mean?
thank you, everyone. I was very worried about that encounter. There have been many mercenaries like that roaming around these days.
As controversial as this may sound coming from myself, but you are worshipping as you worship. I don't see a fault. Unless you are directly harming innocents, but then again, you asked them to leave you in peace, and they did not.
I thank you for your understanding of our ways, and I thank you in a way I hope will be of aid to you. I quickly promised you some help if you helped us. Varden, your poor face looks like it's got a bolt in it. He's gonna come over here to this undead, clearly super undead figure and like pull the bolt out of their face. Of course, anything they dropped is yours. Such is the law of Ibris.
The what now of Ibris?
The law. Very few laws here, all of them enforced by the Weaver.
Does anyone want to go take a peek at the corpses?
I will.
Go right on ahead.
Come and sit
I
down.
had a couple questions for you.
On his way down, he's gonna use the cantrip light so he can see.
Light you should be able to apply to yourself.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. I'll fix that one day.
There.
I thought I did this time. I did not. There you go.
And he's gonna make his way over
So
and check the bodies.
give me an investigation check, and we'll come back to you after you've finished looting them.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back over here, the undead continue to pull back in, taking passive positions, trying to give you all some space.
So, what kind of ritual you got going on?
This was a ritual of giving. We were offering secrets to our patron.
Your patron, if you can say.
He smiles. I am in service to the Weaver.
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry why I asked. I'm not all there sometimes, but
Me
I'm
neither.
sure you understand.
He taps
Oh.
the side of his head.
Looks like we're buddies. Yay.
The webway is always in need of more helpers, though.
I don't know about all that, but didn't want to see too many people die there. I actually feel quite bad that at least 2 of them fell. Quite awful.
It is a shame, but it happens more and more these days.
So, what was it? What was it specifically that they couldn't come in here for?
We have secrets etched into the blood. Emotions over here. I did not know if she had the means of discerning those secrets. And seeing as she was not friendly, I could not let her come close. As such would be to break my pact, and to break my pact would be very dangerous indeed.
She had the whole pact thing going on too. Oh, pacts on pacts.
Yes. I don't know what her pact is, but it seems to be with some kind of merchant company. I don't understand it.
I've heard of them. Merchants.
I don't know very much from outside this place.
Oh. Like, what do you know? What do you know about this place? What do you know about this place, I should ask?
About Ibris?
Yeah, tell me all about it.
I know of the 3 sectors of Ibris. I know of the webway. I know of the many gateways that lead in and out of Ibris. You could call me a native at this point.
That's really nice. Have you been outside of Ibris ever?
I have been on short trips, usually. I left the Underdark when I took my pact.
So, you've never been above surface then, or?
I have been on a couple of occasions,
Okay.
not for very long. The sun is very bright.
Yeah, it does that. You guys got any questions
Hmm.
for our lovely friend?
Give you a moment to think on that. Apologies.
Oh, good. I do not have questions, really, but I don't suppose you'd know where those, that mercenary company has been coming in from, would you?
He nods a little bit. I know who knows where.
Hmm.
He
Okay.
smiles. Anything can be found in the webway. And I know that those mercenaries have been causing lots of trouble lately.
That they have. But such is the way of mercenaries. Cyrus kind of sighs in annoyance a bit.
I'm going to hop right back to this because I think
Hmm.
Korik has finished looting by this point.
Yeah.
Korik. Each of them wears a set of splint armor, if you care for that. They each have crossbows and bolts, if you want any of those.
I'll take the bolts.
Absolutely, you can have 40 bolts. And let me roll a couple of dice. Between them, you will be able to gather 1,000 gold. One of them was saving up. They've got a massive pouch filled with 900 gold.
Okay.
Hey guys, I know how we're making money from now on.
Murder.
Jamming mercenaries. Yippee.
Thalen, looking at your group here, will say he'll properly introduce himself.
That's crazy.
My name is Thalen Lightfoot. I am bound by pact
I wonder what he
the
was saving
Weaver,
for.
and I am the I suppose you could say one of the best guides you'll ever find. I know exactly where you all will need to go if you're looking for goods or services. Very hard to find in Ibris, I assure you.
Hmm.
Uh,
Don't know if we exactly have a destination in mind, unless you're all thinking the same thing I'm thinking of. Cyrus gonna
what are you thinking of?
gesture.
I can't. I don't know.
You know, locating. You know who. He's just gonna like nod, like tilt his head over, like he's doing a really bad impression of like trying to tilt his head to like point over to Callum, but like as in
You're just
like
motioning to him.
yeah, like you know why we're here in the first place.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
all here with a
let's try
purpose.
that. Purpose indeed.
And he's going to look over all of you who are here currently. And as he stares at you, there's a smile on his face that isn't quite right. There's something off about this guy. He's very pleasant, but it's like he's double thinking everything he says.
Can I do an insight check?
And I cast
You can certainly
detect
try.
thoughts.
You can certainly try.
I will certainly try.
Bard, I don't know why I thought you were going to say, can I decapitate him?
Nice.
Do I,
Too.
Here,
do I need to try for detect thoughts? I thought they only had to do wisdom saving and delve deeper.
so, Scarlet, as you focus the spell, very useful spell, onto this man in particular, you are met with nothing, as though he has no thoughts. You can determine what you think that means.
There's no thoughts behind those eyes.
Just like me in real
Rena
life.
suddenly feels very watched. And her eyes kind of dart around.
Who do we have? We have some sort of holy warrior, but one who's on our side. I can appreciate that. And you grew wings during that. Are you an angel?
Oh, no.
Back there, you stood in to protect me. I owe you a favor. And you? Looks over to Loreleth, and he smiles.
Yes.
Careful strands about you. Very rare. Well, if you are looking for something and you have a purpose, I would be happy to repay this favor. What is it you need?
Do we need anything?
You are here with purpose, yes?
Of course.
Can you mark some places on my map, actually?
He chuckles a little bit. Oh, that won't do you any good. Not for long. But
Oh,
I
it
can mark a
won't?
couple of
Oh.
places. Do you have a compass?
And she produces the compass.
May I see it?
She hands it to him, but is very careful to, keep her eye on it.
He opens the back up off of it. There's gears turning and ticking even now. And he mutters some words to it, and then just closes the back. And he says, I've given it a blessing. This button here, and he motions to one of the 10 buttons, will lead you to the webway. Also, for you all, oh, I didn't put the map in here. That's okay. He will hold out a hand and kind of motion outwards and say, this place always changes. Always changing. It is difficult to keep track of the pathways, but it is easy to keep track of direction. Remember where the islands are and it will help you. Nearer the center of Ibris, you will find what little water remains. If you're going to survive on your own, you can go there, but I would much more suggest that you go to the webway. Trading is easier. I would be happy to escort you there, even.
I suppose we
What do we
could.
think?
I'm not opposed to it.
I'm not either.
Oh, good. Very good. Excellent, even. Perfect. He stands up. He seems very pleased with this. All of you will guard this place, yes? Samus? Alwyn? There's a nod from a couple of the undead. And he'll kind of half whisper with a hand over one side of his mouth towards you all. They're like, me, but dead.
Understood. Understood.
And he'll start leading you out into the darkness once more.
I suppose back into formation, marching order.
If If you have anything you want to chat with him about as you march through the darkness, you may. Or with each other, for that matter.
Good work with that fireball, Lorelith. That's good. That was really big.
I'm going to be honest, that's the first time I've cast that spell.
A first time cast.
Well, you're a lot more talented than I am. Good on you.
Very impressive.
Scarlet's just watching the person leading them
Absolutely.
and checking on like any like facial features that change or anything odd.
He has this broad smile on his face the whole time he's leading you. And every once in a while, you'll look away just because someone makes a noise and look back. You know, it's not too long, and he'll be looking at you, smiling at you. The darkness.
I would like to
please.
cast message. Oh,
Please.
I would like to cast message to the group, not the person leading us, but everyone else, and say we might be being led into a trap. Pay attention.
Sire's gonna just subtly nod. As if he's listening to the conversation, but really nodding to the message.
Twisting and turning up different pathways and stairs, connecting with different islands, but always rising. You follow this strange man until, by your own dark vision or by glinting light, you begin to see in the distance what appears to be a large stalactite pulling down from the ceiling, and another one, and what appears to be makeshift wooden walkways pulling around them, light pouring out from inside, webs stranding between them, and various figures moving around. And that is where we will end our session for today. Next time we'll pick up at the webway.
Oh my.
What was the main mercenary? The lady, what was her name?
Lady Soria. I'll type it out.
I loved Lady Soria.
Mm-hmm.
She's a fun character.
The little banter was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry to like just immediately leave, but I'm still sick, so I'm gonna go rest.
Have a very
Go
good night,
rest,
Bard.
Take care of yourself.
Yep, y'all have a
Yeah,
wonderful
go rest.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Night.
For the
Bye.
recording's sake, thank you everyone for coming by and watching. That's the first episode of Domain of Demons.
Woo! Clap, 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 clap.
All the claps.